Good morning, guys, and welcome to day 64. Let me show you guys what I am looking for. It's the start of week 10 now. Let me show you guys what I'm looking for today. Okay, so we've had our indication. We've had our first break of this high. I'm essentially looking for now a pullback, retest to then go long. This could be a retest. Especially because we're trading at all-time highs. Sometimes we don't necessarily come all the way into retest this zone. So if price does continue, then I'm just gonna leave it. But essentially, I'm looking for a nice retest into this zone here, which lines up with the 30-minute and also lines up with the 15-minute, like very nicely lines up with structure. So it'd essentially be just a nice little pullback to then continue long. And I would look to continue long into 3315, which would be the next logical extension point from this. I'm just waiting for an alert for a little bit of a pullback to then go in with longs. So I'll let you guys know if and when an alert goes off, or if and when structure changes, or I get a different type of entry or whatever. Not a different type of entry, like new structure forms which indicates a different entry. I'll let you guys know. Hello guys, it is currently 1:45. We haven't taken a trade yet. I'm going to show you guys why. So this is where we were this morning. We had the break and we had a retest here for the continuation. My thing was that I was looking for more of like a correction in price because this is just one big move. And it became one big move up here as well. But we haven't had that. We haven't had a correction as of yet, or like correction for a proper retest to then go continue going long, or made any structure in which I could then look for a retest of that. So in which case we may have missed the trade for today from here, and that is my bad. We could have taken, and I did see this, to be honest. I did see this, and I was like, if we close above this structure point, I might just have to take it. But also because it was within the first 15 minutes of London session, I usually like for London session to like make us like settle a little bit. But we could still get a correction, but if we don't, then we don't. And if we don't form any structure in which it will be applicable for me to get in a trade, I won't be getting in a trade today. And I'll just wait for tomorrow. This could still continue up. Or we could get the pullback. Because even on the 4 hour, we do need some sort of pullback into structure. But we just have to wait and see if we get it. I'm gonna back test for a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna chill and just back test for a little bit. I'm not gonna chase anything and let price show me when it wants to invite me in. If that was a trade I missed, that was a trade I missed. I'm out. Okay, guys, we didn't end up getting in a trade today. It just tells me something about the nature of price at all-time highs. Once price closes above an all-time high, the first initial retest is likely to be the retest that propels price, no matter what. Once we get like the indication that we're ready to trade higher, the retest will show. The first initial retest is likely, retest and confirmation is likely to be the move that propels price for that moment. But I'm happy I didn't FOMO into any trades. I didn't scale down and try and get anything. It wasn't really like clean for me. In the future, perhaps I can scale down maybe onto like a 30-minute and try and get an entry on 30-minute or a 15-minute, but it would be more of a scalp, and I'm not really a scalp trader. But it's only because that's only because we're at all-time highs. The scalp would be technically what my normal type of trade would be on like a normal day when we're not trading all-time highs, volatile entries and stuff. But either way, we didn't take a trade today. Tomorrow's a new day. We'll see if we can find a trade tomorrow. But yeah, all good in the hood. I'll catch you lot tomorrow. I'm just going to chill and edit, have a little snack, and yeah, I'm out. Good morning, guys, and welcome to day 65. Let me show you guys what I'm looking at for this morning. So starting from the hourly, we are bullish. We've respected this area of resistance as support, and we failed to close below this area of minor support. So initially I went in for this on this break of structure, but it didn't hold. So now I'm looking for this piece of structure here to give some sort of indication that we're ready to continue bullish momentum. So my alert is set, and I will let you guys know if and when I'm in a trade. Or we could come down to here or here. It just depends where I get confirmation at. Hey guys, I wanted to talk to you guys quickly. I'm heading to the gym now, and long story short, I'll show you guys later on once I get back from the gym. But I overtraded today, and do you know what it is? I feel like I'm so deep into this process. I've got maybe like 3 or 4 weeks left, and I'm still making the same mistakes I was doing on week 1. I feel like that's what really gets me. This whole thing is... Yeah, I feel like that's what's really getting me. Like, what is going on? Like... It's annoying. I don't know. It really is annoying. I feel like that's the only word to describe it. Like, it's annoying. I don't really know why, or... Well, I do know why. I feel like it's just a bit of impatience. I feel like... I don't know. And then missing the trade yesterday, like... I don't know. It's trying to, like, outsmart the market and, like... But you know what to do, and you know like what it is really. And also what I'm also finding is I'm more prone to being whipped out and then going in my direction, because now that I'm waiting for a break to confirm the shift, my stop loss is larger, and sometimes I'm not okay with having a larger stop loss. I mean, on Friday I was okay with having a larger stop loss, and it worked in my favor because price was allowed to move. Price had lots of breathing room. But when I'm not okay with having a larger stop loss, it makes me do it tighter within like the structure point, which makes it harder for me to like actually capitalize on the move. Because what happened is the second trade I got in was the right trade, and I got wicked out because my stop loss wasn't big enough. It was within the structure, like, but I wasn't wrong. So I have to be able to, if I'm gonna wait for the shift to confirm, I'm gonna have to have a bigger stop loss. Like, that's just, it is what it is. It's tough, man, like, because I don't know why I keep making these. Well, I do. I don't know why I say I don't know, because I definitely do. Like, I'm just being silly. Like, I really want this. If I really want it, I wouldn't act like this. I wouldn't do these things. I want to flip the switch. Like, I'm working on it. I really, truly am. But, like, I've got to go back to zero tolerance on myself, which allows for zero tolerance on the market. Because I'm giving myself too much leeway, like, and I haven't built the strict muscle memory to know, yes, this is right and this is wrong. Like, well, I do know what this is right and this is wrong, but my impulses are not working with me, like they're working against me right now. Yeah, I haven't had this talk with you in a while, but I've been feeling like this, like yes, I've progressed, but now I'm kind of like stalling, because it's like I'm like in the same place. Like, I progressed, but you're not ready to take it to the next level where it's like, okay, this can actually make you an income. You're catching some good trades, you're being able to predict the market, but you're not trading like you want this to make you an income. I have to trade like I want this to make me an income. I want this to be a full-time thing. I want this to be serious, and the only way to do that is to trade seriously. Think about this, like, bro, this has to make you an income. It's this or nothing. So you need to trade that way, like it's this or nothing. Otherwise, you're never gonna trade like this is what it is. Like, this is what it can be. Do you get what I'm saying? Each day trade like, okay, let's go in here thinking how we're gonna make some money, or how we're gonna catch a good trade. Like, all I want to do is catch a good trade that gives me a bit of profit and I don't swear that much, so that sounds a bit weird. But anyways, yeah. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later because I'm walking outside now and everyone's looking at me. So bye. Okay, guys. So I'm back. I'm gonna show you guys what we closed on and the trades that I ended up taking today. Yeah, obviously I spoke earlier about how I feel about the day and stuff, but and just me and this process as a whole. But yeah, let me show you guys. So this is what we closed on. These are the trades we took. Not the best process day. So obviously this is the first trade I showed you guys, and this one here didn't play out from this level, which is fine. We came deeper into the level, and I kind of got like a late entry into this one here, and then because of the late entry, I tried to squeeze my stop tight, and then in doing that, it's been wicked out and flew in my direction. So really, I should have just waited for, because it's a small structure, just waited for the wick retest, got in on a wick retest, even if it was like here, SL below the low, nice, and then to my TP. But then after this, kind of went into like spiral, because this I tripped bias, and then I got in this trade and moved to break even just because I saw that it wasn't going to hold from this level. Like, you was going to get this London manipulation, which as London session open, which we definitely did. We got this London manipulation before shooting to TP, so it was a good thing I moved to break even there. But yeah, that is overall what it is for today. So yeah, if I want to make this real reality, I have to behave like it is a reality. And we saw from last week it definitely can be a reality. So I have to behave like that at all times and behave like this is actually what I want. Bridge the gap again between understanding and execution to make a dream a reality, because it doesn't have to be a dream, it definitely can be a reality. And I feel like I don't need to practice more. I've seen it works. I don't need to think of new rules. I know what works. Like, this works, so I have to just do it. Basically, that's why I say ChatGPT. Like, I just have to do it now and make it a reality. Like, because if I stay in this level for much longer, I'm only hurting myself. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's time to move forward and time to move up. Like, but only I can do that. I'm the only person who can do that for myself. So the only person stopping me is me. Like, yeah, the only person stopping me is me. The only person stopping me from making this reality is me. So I just have to behave correct and behave correct, like day in and day out, one day at a time. I'm gonna make this a reality. Yeah. Anyways, that is me. I think that is day 50, 65. 65. Yeah, I'm out. Hello guys, and welcome to day 66. It is actually 2 p.m. So I've been to the gym, done my morning markup. I've done everything basically. I had 2 trades today. Both of them ended up being a losing trade. And I want to speak to you guys after. I'll walk you through the trades that I took. I haven't spoken to you guys, just say I haven't actually spoken to you guys in a while. But yeah, I'm gonna speak to you guys. Yeah, let me walk you through the trades that I took. So coming into this morning, the morning started off around here. Yeah, and for me, I was fully bearish. Because we had this actual shift or structure, like we rejected the upside and fully shifted. And then on the 4 hour, we had actually had this nice shift after respecting this area. We have now broken and shifted below. I marked up this zone and also this zone this morning as possible areas of interest. Coming into the session, we was at this area of interest, so I waited for a nice little shift. My first trade, short position, was from here as we rejected engulf, started to create structure, but this ended up being stopped out by literally by a pip, and this is something that keeps on happening to me. I don't know why. So yeah, So I think ideally just wait for the actual close below the structure, because then after I waited the 10 minutes, we came back up. Like this was whilst I got stopped out here, we were still in the trade. And we ran down and we had that actual shift here, and then rejection engulfing shift and retest. So as we came into this back into this area, I took the trade again. Got stopped out. We ended up coming into this zone here, but I'm happy I didn't take another trade. I'll show you what I closed on for today. I'm happy I didn't take another trade because this would have been my position, realistically speaking. It wouldn't have worked and I would have lost for no reason. I'm going to speak to you guys, yeah. This was our total loss for today. I switched to just 2 positions just because it's a lot cleaner. So one will be taken out at TP1 and the other will be our running position. Same total lot, but just 2 positions. So this is what we closed on for today, and I just left it there. Okay, so guys, after yesterday's trades, I kind of had to sit back and think to myself, especially after what I was speaking to you guys about, like, how can I actually make it as a trader? Like, what would be the first milestone to say, yeah, I'm making it as a trader? It would be, for me, 10k a month, right? And I was thinking, well, like, how big would my live account have to be? How much funded would I have to get to make 10k a month? And I go for 50k funded. So when I go for funded, and I did the calculations, and I'm saying on average, 10R a month, 10R a week, sorry. How much is that gonna make me a month on a 50k? Let's say USD. That could actually make me 20k a month. So even coming half of that, 5R sometimes or whatever, it is very easy to make 10R a month. But I feel like being focused on my live account way too much and trying to like, it wasn't, yes, it's about process for me, right? But subconsciously, I'm like, I still need to make something because I want to be able to withdraw something to actually start to live on, right? On my live account, you guys see it's like 2k. It was at 2k, right? It's gonna take a while before I can comfortably like withdraw from that consistently. Do you get what I'm saying? So what I decided to do is make a promise to myself, right? I'm very close to being able to make this an actual career, start to make this actually what is providing me income, right? And it's not hard to make it provide me income because very simply, even this week, if I had just fully stuck to the system, with the losses I've taken, even today's loss, I'd be up 9R. We still got Thursday and Friday to go. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm deciding for the rest of this week and next week, if I can fully adhere to the system, fully adhere to the system, I'm going to give myself the opportunity to actually start to make money. But I need to prove to myself first that I can do it and I can be strict and I can follow my rules and I can take good trades and I don't overtrade and I don't like do things outside of my system. With that being said, I withdrew £400 from the account. And if in the next week and a half, if I can prove to myself and prove to you guys as well that I can be a consistent trader, consistently trade well, I don't have to consistently make money. I don't have to make money every single day, but if I can consistently make good choices and consistently be a good trader and consistently me understanding and execution and marry them seamlessly for the next 2 weeks, week and a half, I'm going to go through 50k funded account. But like I said, with what I withdrew, but like I said, I have to be able to prove it to myself first. Take away all trying to make money on this account. This account has to be proof of process, proof of the fact that I can do it. because then transferring that to a prop account is easy. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I've built like, and overall over this period of time, I've definitely built muscle memory in what my strategy is and how to execute my strategy. I know when I'm executing well and I know when I'm not. Every single day, I need to show that I'm a good trader and I need to be consistent. And once I've done that, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try for a prop. And I'm literally just gonna carry that consistency over, and that's where I can start to monetize on the skill. Because on this account, you can't really monetize on the skill. Yes, you can to a certain degree, but I don't want this to be something that I'm trying to monetize now because it puts too much pressure on me and it makes me feel like I need every day to be green. So I'm forcing things, or I'm not taking things here, or I'm not taking things there because I'm worried about losing, but it fits my strategy. Then I'm forcing something because I missed this, or because I need this day to be green, so I'm going over my limit. Like, no, I just want to trade, and I just want to trade well. What is really going to make you money at this point of time with your access to capital is the prop account. And that's not to say again, and it's not to say again I'm like results focused, but obviously the aim of the game is to make money, right? So what I kind of need is to be able to transfer my skills into a place that it can be monetized, even if I'm not 100% perfect from now till the day I die, which hopefully, fingers crossed, isn't in time for seeing God willing. Just being able to identify the fact that I'm a consistently good trader will help me be able to transfer this person into a proper kind, into an arena where we can actually monetize on the skill. So the point of what I'm saying is this account, it kind of like throughout this process, kind of like switch, like, and it always happens once I get close to 2k, I kind of switch into like, okay, this is growing, I can make money from it, like, but it's not gonna take long for me to grow it here, grow it there. But then it switches the mentality, like I'm not process based anymore, which is why I went back down to 1.5. It's like, okay, stick to the process, be process aligned. This is not where you're trying to make money, because these same trades, like last week I was up 12R on a proper account. That 12.5 times by 500 for like 1% or 50 is £6,200 in a week, which is a lot different to £500. A lot different. Even if I ended a week up 3R times that by 500, I've made 1,500 as opposed to £135. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, but in order for me to be able to move to that where I can actually monetize on my skill, the same skill is I need to prove that I have the skill. I need to prove it to myself that I have the skill. I have the skill to do that and to be a good trader consistently. So that's all I'm doing. And that's, even today, I wanted to go in for another trade, but I thought, look, today we are like, from now we are proving to ourselves that you deserve to make money from this. You deserve to make this a career. You deserve to be a trader for the rest of your life. Like, you've worked hard, so prove it. Prove it. Prove it. You know what you know. You know enough. So just execute. Just execute, bro. That's the point of what I'm trying to say. It's just like we've had some good runs in this whole season. Like, we really have. Like, but it hasn't been consistently good. Like, there's been slip ups. I've done way too much push ups than I would have liked. I realized the push ups is not helping. Like, why do I keep slipping back into this? It's because the finish line seems so far away. But once I calculated it, the finish line is literally next door. And it's not even, that's not even the finish line. It's like, that is the start of the race. This is like the training, the warming up to get into the race. But the start of the race is literally next door. Like, it's not far at all, but it's because I was thinking in terms of results on my live account, which eventually, obviously, I will be funneling back into my live account. But where I want to be for this stage of my life is not far at all. I just need to prove to myself, first of all, for like a week, for the next week and a half, That's like whatever's left of this week, and then next week, that this is what I want to do. This is who I want to be. This is who I am. It's not even want to. This is who I am. I prove it to myself. This is who I am. Now let's monetize. But in the same way, like exact same trades, I'd still be trading my live account. But whilst I'm trading this funded, I'm still going to be trading my live account because I still want my live account to grow. Of course, of course. Eventually I want to be just a live account trader, but I have a skill that can make me money. Like I really have a skill that can make me money. So I have to think about the easiest way to monetize on that skill. Um, but I've putting off platforms because I haven't been consistent. I've been consistent because I'm thinking too much about this account. This needs to be an account that is purely proof of process. And that's what it is. That's what it is. Today, good process day. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow needs to be good process day. Because literally lining up my execution with my understanding, and I'm telling you, life is going to be very, very, very different. Uh, and I feel like we genuinely are in the last stretch. This is rubbish. We're gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I've already made it. I already know how to trade. I just can't have it monetized on it yet. Um, and I will be. Good morning, guys, and welcome to day 67. I'm gonna quickly get into it and show you guys what I'm looking for this morning. Okay, so currently the 1 hour is bearish. We got lower lows, higher lows, lower lows. So we're on this low leg. So if we break below here or come up into here, I'm looking for shorts. But we've started to break below and reject this area of support, resistance here. So I am looking for shorts below here once we close here. However, because we've held this level, given a bullish engulfing, if we do get a confirmed structural shift at this level, I could, we might be getting it. I could be looking for buys into 3340, but we just have to wait and see. But yeah, I'll let you guys know if and when I get into a trade. Okay, guys, we was bearish, so we should be looking for shorts. That's the withdrawal from yesterday. This is our first position day. Let me show you guys. So we had this, what I thought was a shift. Didn't work out. But to be honest, all this means is we wait for the close below here, but I should have just really waited for the close anyways. Wait for the close below, retest to go short into this area here. I think bad decision making. Okay, guys, we are now in shorts. Let me explain to you guys what I have seen. Okay, so we are creating a structure, as I said. We closed below this resistance area. I started to create a new lower high on the 1 hour. Then come into this nice area of support, resistance, support, and now again at resistance as we are now below it. And we have shifted structure on the 1 minute. Nice lower high. Here's why I entered stop losses just above the last lower high. Yeah. In terms of TP, this would be the next area of liquidity, 3620. However, the next area that structurally makes sense for price to come into 3595 or 3580. It just depends. So I'm just gonna wait and see. Okay, guys, I'm gonna give you a quick update. We are now out of that trade. Let me show you guys. Okay, so I ended up putting a TP in at 3620 just because that was the level of the last wick, and also as we came approaching this level, it was quite immediate with no upper wick on this hourly candle. So yeah, I put in one TP right at that level, and then as we started to shift structure, I ended up closing about here. I could have closed a lot of it earlier as I'm seeing structure change, but yeah, I'm given that there was no hourly wick, but yeah, we closed there, and then a few I don't know, a couple. So what time was this? About half an hour later, I saw that we hadn't broken this high, and structure was still forming, and then we had this area where we broke a low, so I got in again for a continuation, but it just never came to pass. This I don't think was a good trade. I should have waited, if anything, for price to come into here as we've closed below here, for price to come into here for a correction, not just lower time frame. There was no like high time frame bias. I was gonna close, but we got, yeah, it literally straight away just went straight into my SR. Served me right, to be honest, too really. But yeah, I'm gonna journal these now. Yeah, I'm gonna journal these now. Let me show you what we closed on for today. So I'd say one good trade, well managed trade, two not so well managed trades. One was against the bias that I was very clear on, and another was we're up £48, which is about 1 hour on a day. Not the best. Yeah, you guys can see the overall trades that we took. Not the best, to be honest with you, but it is what it is, isn't it? Yeah, it's not is what it is. I need to just do better. I don't even know why I went back in. It was like the trade played out fully, like fully played out. So I don't know. Anyways, I'm in a journal now. And yeah, I'll catch you up. Good morning, guys, and welcome to day 68 of 90 days. Let me show you guys what I've marked up on what I'm looking for today. Okay, so we have broken and indicated that we are currently bullish on the 1 hour. So we've started the correction. So I've located areas in which the correction may bring back in buyers. We've got this nice support, resistance level, which may incite some buyers. We've also got this nice resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance area that was broken. So if we don't get confirmation there, we could get confirmation here. But anywhere in here with a shift is viable for buyers. We could also break here, retest to then continue long. So yeah, my alerts are on, and I'll let you guys know if and when we get into a trade. Okay, guys, I'm gonna give you guys a quick update of the positions. So my first position was actually taken here as we shifted structure, and on the retest I took a position. I'll show you guys here, and price, really I could have put my SL right at 7, but I put it at 65, 46.5. I should have waited for price to come into the zone a bit deeper. Hey ho. Yeah, now we have again shifted. This is 4-hour resistance, so it's within the 1 hour zone, but a 4-hour resistance area, which is nice. We've shifted here, so I'm entered stop loss just below this shift, and my first target is actually 3660, because that is what gives me a 1 to 3. But we have had this strong resistance, but I do feel as though if we do come up from here, we should be able to get to 3660. That is if we don't have a strong rejection from here, this zone, and this is the last liquidity point in this sort of area before we get to this main area. So if we get stopped out, we're gonna call it a week. But yeah, we'll see how this move plays out. Okay, guys, the trade hit SL. I feel like this hasn't been my best week in terms of process. I just don't even know, to be honest with you. It's kind of hard, bro. Like, yeah. Okay. I'm heading home now. I just went to the gym. I'll show you that when I get in.